Hello, I wanted to show you how to make this recipe that uses the Thermomix cutter attachment. It's called the Chicken Butter Bowl, Thermomix Cutter TM6. And I'll just get started. Well, it says to add a liter of water, some salt and oil, and I've already done those 3 steps. And inserting our basket up there, press next, the scales will come up and it's asking us to add our rice. So it wants 250 grams of long grain rice. So just watching the scales on my screen to get the right amount. And I've been using jasmine rice, but I am confident that that's okay. So we press next and we're going to be putting the lid on. I need a measure cup. And we are cooking that for 15 minutes on 100 degrees, speed 4. The rice is just finished, so I'll just press next. I'm pretty sure it's just going to tell me to remove that. When you're removing your simmer basket, there's a little hook on the other side of your spatula so that you can pick it up. And I'll just sort of let it drain for a few seconds. But what I want to do now is rinse that under cold water so it stops continuing to cook. So I'll quickly get that over to my sink. And so I'll rinse that under cold water and then just put it in my bowls to cool down while I carry on with the next step, which is to rinse the mixing bowl. I'll just tip out the water. Give me 2 seconds. And we're adding some ingredients to cook the chicken. So I've got some soy sauce and sesame oil that can go in there. And forgot to say that while the rice was cooking, you don't need to stay in the kitchen for that. That was 15 minutes. You can go do whatever else you need to do in your house. And then the chicken. So I've got chicken breast fillets for this one. I'm sure you could use thigh if you wanted to, but today I'll follow the recipe. So I've put that in and we are going to place the simmering basket on top, which I need to grab one. I didn't have that ready. And cook that for 8 minutes on 100 degrees reverse so that it's going on the blunt side of the blades and on speed half, so 0.5. So that will go for 8 minutes. And actually while that's happening, I want to show you how you can multitask. Ooh, that way. So if you come here and press the 3 dots on the top of your screen, you can go to the recipe detail and look ahead so that you know what next ingredients you need to get ready. Because while that chicken cooks for 8 minutes, you can get out all these veggies. We're going to have lettuce and carrots and tomatoes and cucumber and avocado. And you can even get your ingredients for your sauce if you want to. Yeah, and you can just press continue. So I've actually just had a peek inside and I can see that all the chicken is like completely shredded and cooked and everything. And it may be that I cut my chicken smaller than it needed to be, but it's ready. So even though I've still got 2 minutes left, I'm actually just going to stop that. And you can see what we've got here with the chicken's all nicely cooked and shredded. So it says to pour the cooking juices into a little bowl and we'll see how much of the juice we can get out of here. So I'm just going to use my spatula to block it, block the chicken from coming out. You don't need to be too diligent with this, just whatever will come. And these juices we are going to reserve to put into the sauce. So that's not going to be wasted anyway. Okay. Oh, I spilled some chicken. I'm always making a mess in the kitchen. You can see this nice pile of chicken here. I will clean that up soon. So it says to leave the chicken in the bowl and then to shred it. Now, it says to shred for 4 seconds on speed 4 on reverse. That's the general shredding meat sort of recipe. It's always speed 4 on reverse. usually about 4 seconds, but this is, as you could see, already super shredded. So again, I'm just going to skip that step and move straight on to the next step, which I need a clean and dry bowl for. So, okay, I have grabbed my second bowl set that's nice and clean and dry already. But if not, you could just clean and dry the one you were using. And it's telling me to get my veggies ready, and I already have them pretty ready, so I'm skipping through these steps. And this is what you can do anytime in a guided recipe. It's not controlling you. You're allowed to just skip through what you don't need to do. So, to put the cutter inside, show you all the pieces. So I'm just going to put the cutter shaft in so that it's just standing right on top of the blades. It's really only one way to do it. Then we put our bowl inside, and we're choosing which side of the cutting disc to use, and we're going to be slicing. So I'm going to put the slicing side up, which is the dark side. Hopefully you can see, it says side 1 on it, and there's a picture of sliced discs, so that's side 1. Yeah, so we are going to be slicing our lettuce first. So then the lid goes on, and have your pusher ready. Now to do your lettuce, you can, I've just got some baby cos. You can, what they say to do in the booklet is to fold it, roll it actually, really, so that it's folded into sort of a vertical amount that you can just glide through the cutter. So yeah, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to guide the lettuce through on thick. Might as well stop it while I get my next bits ready. But again, I'll just sort of roll it together. However you want to do it works. Okay, so now I'll show you the lettuce. Just a little bit left. So once you're done with the cutter, you can take off the lid, and you can see it's all shredded nicely. Here's my spatula. And I'll just put that aside so that we can carry on with the next ingredients. So it's better to, if you're not following a recipe, to organize all your ingredients so that you're slicing everything at the same time, and then grating anything that you need grated. So just so you're not having to change the side of the cutting disc, because obviously to change it to be the grater, we need to turn it around. So I'm just going to leave it as is on the slicer side. And yeah. And now we're doing our, I'm skipping onion because my kids don't like raw onion. They love it in food, but anyway, so I'm just skipping that step. Obviously now, if you want to do that, you can do that. But now I'm going to do the tomatoes. So we're going to slice our tomatoes, and I've just got 2 Roma tomatoes ready to go. And I should point out, before you do this, you should always try and make sure it will fit through the cutter. So I've actually shaved a little bit off this one because it was a fat Roma. So, yeah. So we want this one on thick. And that's as quick as it is to do your tomatoes. And we'll arrange that. And then we're going to do our cucumber. You can see our tomatoes nicely sliced there. So I'm just going to tip these out into a bowl. Some of the lettuce was still in there, and that's okay. That won't matter. in the end. And so now we'll do the cucumber. Just going to guide it through. Me being messy again. Still on thick. We still want all these veggies on thick. And next is our avocado. If you didn't care, if you were happy to have it all in the same bowl, you wouldn't need to keep tipping this out in between each ingredient. It's purely just because I want to show you the texture of it all, and the results of it all in between each one, is why I'm pulling it out in between each one, so that you can see. I don't know if that's better. So now we're doing our avocado, still on thick. So I've just taken the shell off, like the peel off, and the seed out. Shell. Again, very quick. And on thick mode, the cutter slice is 4 millimeters, and on thin mode, it's 1 millimeter. So there's our sliced avocado. Show you a piece. It's very, and it's good to have it uniform. If you're wanting all your bowls to look the same, that's what the cutter is also good for. And if you are slicing up veggies for to be cooking with, another good thing about the cutter is that it does them in a uniform way so that they will cook evenly. Okay, just getting that avocado out. Okay, get it all out of my bowl. I'm just going to wash my hands from that. And yep, done all the avocado. The only thing left we have is our carrot, which I want to grate. So I'm going to take my disc out and turn it the other way. So I'm turning it onto side 2, which is for grating. And I'm going to do that on thick grate so that you can see how easy it is to grate your carrot. Just having my pusher ready to go. And that's done. So now the next thing we want to do is make our sauce. I'm going to show you the grated carrot. So you can see that, other way, is all grated very nicely on thick. And if you wanted it grated thin, obviously do it the 1 millimeter option. Yeah, I was happy to have a thick grate for that, for my salad. And now just remember when you're finished using the cutter to take out the driving shaft. Very important that you don't forget that that is in there. So this says to add in our reserved juices from cooking the chicken. There might be a few little shreds of chicken in there too, but we're not going to worry about that. And some coriander goes in, as much or as little as you want. The recipe says 7 sprigs specifically, but whatever you want. You could also use mint if you didn't like coriander. Now I'm putting in a fair chunk of salt. It says ½ teaspoon. So, and some pepper. Probably only need a pinch of pepper. And we are putting in some natural yogurt, which you can make in your Thermomix. That's a really good tip for saving money with a Thermomix, is to make some of your own ingredients like yogurt and mayonnaise. And so you know that they're all, well, you know what the ingredients that are in them. And it's cheaper, healthier, yummy. Okay, so that's the yogurt and the mayonnaise, and that's it. I need my lid. and we're just going to mix that for 15 seconds on speed 4. Okay, I think we are done now. We've got our dressing here, and yeah, sprinkle the bowls with, you can garnish it with some cashews or sesame seeds or almonds or whatever you want to garnish it with, extra coriander leaves, and then drizzle some of this sauce over the top. So while the sauce was mixing, I was just putting some of my ingredients into the bowl. So I've put rice down first, and then just everything you want to put in it. So I will, there's my spoon. And that's made a lot of dressing, so it will go over everyone's salad bowls. But just dolloping a little bit over. And there we have it. It's our Buddha bowl, or some people call them nourish bowls, whatever you want to call it. And can I just say also, as a side note, if you don't want to use chicken, if you want to use salmon, there's a really beautiful sous vide salmon recipe on the Thermomix, and if you shred the salmon after you've sous vide it, that goes really nicely into a nourish bowl as well. But yeah, there we have our chicken Buddha bowl, ready to eat. Enjoy!